What a Thursday night football game. The Giants just stunned the undefeated Eagles, 34-17, under the bright lights at MetLife. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement that flips everything we thought we knew about these teams. The energy was electric, the Giants' belief grew with every play, and the Eagles' frustration was obvious. Classic NFC East rivalry, massive implications. So how did the Giants pull off this upset? What went wrong for the Eagles? Let's break it down. Today we're diving into the top 5 things we learned from this shocking showdown. From quarterback resilience to game-changing turnovers and breakout stars, we've got a lot to cover. Let's get right into it. Our number 1 takeaway? Jaxson Dart's resilience. In a game filled with high stakes and even higher expectations, Dart's ability to rise above adversity was nothing short of inspiring. From the opening whistle, you could sense the pressure on his shoulders, but it was how he responded to that pressure that truly set him apart. Early in the game, Dart took a brutal hit and was evaluated for a concussion. The impact was jarring, and for a moment it looked like the Giants might lose their leader before the game had even really begun. Trainers rushed to his side and the entire stadium held its breath. The stadium went silent, and the Giants' hopes seemed to fade. Fans exchanged worried glances, and the energy in the building shifted from electric to anxious. It was a moment that tested not just Dart, but the resolve of the entire team and their supporters. But then, Dart emerged from the tent, helmet on, ready to go. The crowd erupted. It was as if a wave of hope swept through the stands, reigniting the belief that anything was possible. Dart's return was more than just a physical comeback. It was a statement of intent. His return wasn't just about toughness. It was a spark for the entire team. You could see it in the way his teammates rallied around him, feeding off his determination and grit. Dart's presence on the field lifted everyone's spirits and set a new tone for the rest of the game. Dart came back sharper than ever, making clutch throws and leading with poise. He didn't just shake off the hit, he elevated his game, showing a level of focus and composure that you rarely see, especially after such a scare. Every snap, every read, every throw seemed to carry extra weight. On a crucial 3rd and long, he delivered a perfect strike to Wan'Dale Robinson, keeping a scoring drive alive. That play wasn't just about moving the chains, it was about sending a message to the opposition and to his own sideline. Dart was here to win, no matter the odds. He played with a chip on his shoulder, elevating the offense and avoiding mistakes. Dart's mobility and quick decision-making kept the defense guessing, and his ability to escape pressure turned potential losses into positive plays. It was a masterclass in quarterback play under duress. Dart's leadership was on full display. He was the calm in the storm, the engine of the Giants' offense. In the huddle, his voice was steady, his commands clear. He inspired confidence in his teammates, and that confidence translated into execution on the field. This wasn't just a good performance, it was a defining one. Dart showed that greatness isn't just about talent, it's about heart, about refusing to back down when things get tough. He turned adversity into opportunity, and in doing so, he redefined what it means to be a leader. He faced adversity, came back stronger, and led his team to their most impressive win in years. Every drive he orchestrated seemed to build momentum, and by the end of the night, the Giants looked like a team transformed, united, confident, and hungry for more. The Giants fed off his energy, and every player found another gear. The sideline was electric, the crowd was back in full voice, and the entire team played with a renewed sense of purpose. Dart's resilience became contagious, spreading through the roster like wildfire. Dart didn't just win a game. He won the respect of his team and the league. Coaches, teammates, and even opponents recognized the magnitude of his performance. It was a moment that will be talked about for seasons to come, a benchmark for what it means to be a true competitor. When you look back at this victory, Dart's comeback will be the moment everyone remembers. It was the turning point, the spark that ignited a remarkable win, and reminded everyone why football is about more than just X's and O's. It's about heart, courage, and the will to overcome. A gutsy, brilliant performance that set the tone for the night. Jaxson Dart's defining moment wasn't just about a single game, it was about showing what's possible when you refuse to let setbacks define you. For the Giants and for Dart, this was a night that will echo for years to come. Now, let's talk about the turning point, Jalen Hurts' first interception of the season. It was a moment that no one saw coming, especially given Hurts' stellar performance throughout the year. and it couldn't have come at a worse time. The Eagles were trailing, and the fans were on the edge of their seats, hoping for a miraculous comeback. The Eagles were mounting a comeback in the fourth quarter, momentum shifting their way. The team had been fighting hard, clawing their way back into the game, and the energy in the stadium was electric. Hurts dropped back, looking for A.J. Brown, but the Giants' defense disguised their coverage perfectly. It was a chess match on the field, with each team trying to outsmart the other. Dane Belton read Hurts's eyes, broke on the ball, and picked it off. It was a textbook defensive play, showcasing Belton's instincts and preparation. The stadium went silent, Hurts's first interception all year, and it killed the Eagles' drive. The collective gasp from the crowd was palpable as the reality of the situation set in. That turnover was a gut punch, stalling the Eagles' momentum and energizing the Giants. The shift in energy was immediate, with the Giants' sideline erupting in celebration. For Hurts, it was a rare lapse in judgment at the worst possible moment. He sat on the sideline, visibly frustrated, knowing the weight of that mistake. The Giants' defense capitalized, and the Eagles never truly threatened again. The interception had not only stopped the drive, but had also deflated the Eagles' spirit. One mistake changed everything. Suddenly, the upset felt real. The fans' reactions ranged from disbelief to frustration, as the scoreboard reflected the sudden shift in the game's dynamics. Even the best can make costly errors, and in the NFL, timing is everything. It's a league where every play counts, and one misstep can alter the course of a game. This interception was the play that sealed the Giants' win. The Giants players knew it, and their celebration was a testament to the significance of that moment. It's a reminder, one moment can decide a game. The clock wound down, and the reality of the loss set in for the Eagles. The margins are razor thin in this league. Every decision, every play, every second matters. And on this day, it was Hurts's costly mistake that made all the difference. The Giants' defense was the difference, forcing two massive turnovers that defined the game. First, Cordell Flott's interception. He read the route, jumped the pass, and killed an early Eagles drive. That play set the tone. Nothing would come easy for Philadelphia. Later, Dane Belton forced a fumble on DeAndre Swift, using perfect technique to pop the ball loose. The Giants recovered, crushing another Eagles drive. These weren't lucky breaks. They were the result of aggression, preparation, and execution. Wink Martindale's unit played with passion and purpose, making plays when it mattered most. Each turnover came at a critical moment, stealing momentum and giving the Giants' offense extra chances. The defense didn't just bend, they broke the Eagles' will. Pressure up front, tight coverage in the secondary, and timely playmaking all night. Without these turnovers, the outcome could have been very different. The Giants' defense was the catalyst for this upset. Defense and turnovers win big games. For every hero, there's a humbled unit, and tonight, it was the Eagles' defense. Loaded with talent, they looked a step slow from the start. The Giants' offensive line opened running lanes, and the Eagles' tackling was uncharacteristically poor. Missed tackles turned short gains into drive-sustaining plays. Injuries in the secondary exposed their depth, and the Giants took full advantage. Penalties piled up, roughing the passer, defensive holding, extending Giants' drives, and compounding mistakes. The Eagles' defense looked unprepared and undisciplined, a far cry from their usual dominance. The Giants controlled the line of scrimmage and the tempo, wearing down the Eagles. It was a wake-up call for a unit with Super Bowl aspirations. Talent isn't enough. You need discipline and execution every week. Tonight, the Eagles' defense was outplayed and outcoached. Our final takeaway: Cam Skattebo's breakout performance. This was more than just a good game. It was a statement, a coming-out party for a player who had something to prove. All eyes were on Skattebo, and he delivered in a way that will be remembered for a long time. After a rough outing last week, Skattebo ran with purpose and physicality, setting the tone for the Giants' offense. He came out of the gate with a chip on his shoulder, determined to erase any doubts about his ability to perform under pressure. Every carry was a message. He was here to dominate. He broke tackles, punished defenders, and energized the team. His runs weren't just about gaining yards. They were about sending a message to the Eagles' defense that nothing would come easy tonight. The sideline fed off his energy, and you could see the confidence growing with every play. 3 touchdowns, one up the gut, one through the air, and each one more impressive than the last. Scatterbo showed off his versatility, proving he's not just a bruiser but a true all-purpose back who can hurt you in multiple ways. And then, the one that sealed the game. A clutch, game-winning run that left defenders grasping at air and the crowd on its feet. In the biggest moments, Scatterbo delivered. Scatterbo's vision and patience opened up the playbook, forcing the Eagles to adjust and creating opportunities for the passing game. His ability to read blocks and wait for the right moment made the Giants' offense unpredictable and dangerous, keeping the defense guessing all night. His relentless effort tired out the Eagles' defense and kept Hurts off the field. By controlling the clock and grinding out tough yards, Scatterbo helped the Giants dominate time of possession, wearing down the opposition both physically and mentally. Scatterbo gave the Giants an identity: tough, physical, and relentless. He embodied the kind of football that wins games in December, inspiring his teammates to match his intensity and fight for every inch. His bounce-back showed real mental toughness and leadership. After facing adversity, he didn't shrink. He rose to the occasion, setting an example for the entire locker room. His focus and determination were contagious. He wasn't just a role player, he was the engine of the offense. Every big play seemed to start and end with Scatterbo, and his teammates rallied around his performance, feeding off his drive and passion. This was a star-making night for Scatterbo, and Giants fans have a new hero. The crowd recognized it, chanting his name and celebrating every time he touched the ball. It was a performance that will be talked about for years. His impact went beyond the box score. It was the energy and attitude he brought. Scatterbo's passion was infectious, lifting the spirits of everyone around him and setting a new standard for what it means to wear the Giants' uniform. Scatterbo powered the Giants to one of their most memorable wins. His performance was the spark that ignited the team, and his teammates made sure to celebrate him in the locker room and on the field. A true breakout on the national stage. Cam Scatterbo didn't just play a great game, he announced himself as a force to be reckoned with, and the football world is officially on notice. So there you have it, a shocking night in the NFC East. The Giants' win was no fluke. It was a statement of what they're capable of. For the Eagles, it's a wake-up call. Tackling, penalties, and turnovers must be fixed. The NFC East just got a lot more interesting. What was your biggest takeaway? Are you more impressed by the Giants or concerned about the Eagles? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more NFL recaps. Thanks for watching. See you next time.